following content is brought to you by Social Inform Media.
The story comes to us from news4jax.com out of Camden County, Georgia. This is one that everybody's talking about. I've seen this one all over YouTube, all over Facebook. Everybody's talking about this one. It's time to do it. The Camden County National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or the Camden County NAACP, is calling for the firing of a Camden County, Georgia sheriff's deputy after a video showed her throwing a woman to the ground during a traffic stop. Now, the incident happened in January, but NAACP said it obtained the video this week after they received a tip. Now, the video shared with the News4Jax shows a woman, Chris Faria, getting handcuffed, then punched in the face, thrown to the ground, then shoved into the front of a patrol car after a traffic stop. She got punched while she was handcuffed, by the way. The deputy in the video has been identified as Christy Newman. The NAACP told News4Jax this is not the first time they feel she's used unnecessary force, and they want her fired. Usually it's not their first rodeo. Usually this is the first time they got caught. But she's probably done it before, most likely. I mean, come on. It's like that old adage when people say, well, I only smoked marijuana once in my life. Oh, come on. What do we look, stupid? This isn't the first time this woman has probably punched somebody in the face, handcuffed, or thrown them to the ground handcuffed, or done any of this stuff. Just saying, that's a theory. Okay, it's an alleged theory. But following the traffic stop, the department gave Deputy Christy Newman a warning. Bad baby, don't do it. Saying she violated the department's use of force policy and that the woman posed no immediate threat. She received a warning. While News4Jax waits on the sheriff's office to send them the report directly, the NAACP said there isn't much that warrants this behavior from a deputy. There isn't. It was unprofessional. Georgia residents spoke with News4Jax and said what the deputy did was uncalled for. Nelda Cummings, a Georgia resident, said, well, I think that this was a little bit of overkill. I wouldn't want to be stopped by that person or anything. It was just too much, too rough. Nobody wants to be stopped by a cop like that. It just has anger issues, Deputy said Faria failed to stop at an intersection, which is why Deputy Newman pulled her over and ran her license. That's when Newman noticed that she had a non-judgment suspension, but dispatch didn't know what it was for. Dispatch didn't know what it was for, you see. Now, a report said the deputy told Faria about the suspension and said she couldn't drive. When she asked her to step out of the truck, Faria refused. From the angle of the video, they're saying it's hard to tell what happened inside the truck or why the woman wouldn't get out. But what you do see is the deputy struggling, mounts herself on the truck to pull the woman out, and once she got her out, she ends up on the ground. And then this happens. Now, the deputy's narrative here, they're saying, what she wrote up, or what she's either saying or wrote, is that in my attempt to control the situation, she ended up being hit in the face and then forcefully put on the bumper of my patrol vehicle. I like what she says, in my attempt to control the situation, she ended up being hit in the face. It just happened. I was trying to control the situation and somehow she got hit. It does that sometimes. It's crazy. You punched her in the face while she was handcuffed. Now, Besant, Camden County NAACP President Timothy Besant Sr. said this was excessive force, especially with the woman being in handcuffs. Hello, Captain Obvious. Timothy Besant Sr. said this is a violation of public trust and we want to see Deputy Newman off the streets. She needs to be off the streets. This is not a cop you need out there pulling people out of their vehicles. He said, we believe that she needs to be terminated. And we go as far as saying she should be terminated because she did assault this individual during the traffic stop. It was assault. She was handcuffed. Newman was given a warning in January, according to the department's Facebook page. She was named Deputy of the Month just 2 months later. In January, she gets a warning. In March, she's Deputy of the Month. She's an ass kicker. What the hell? This woman is Deputy of the Month 2 months after doing this. Well, we had to make up for her being warned, you know. Hey, she's really a good cop. Just had a bad day. How many bad days has she had? News4Jax received a statement from Faria, the victim, that reads, I'm working through the traumatizing experience one day at a time. Being a child of a law enforcement officer for my entire life, I never expected to be placed in this situation. It goes to say, my ultimate goal after this is to push for better training and to remove officers that clearly pose a huge threat to society the first time, and not wait until it's too late and someone's life was placed in the hands of an out-of-control law enforcement officer. She's pushing for better training. Good luck. As Liam Neeson heard on the phone, good luck. Because, now News4Jax, they reached out to Camden County Sheriff's Office for the arrest report, the personnel file on Newman, and comment on what the department is doing next. News4Jax is told their request is being processed. It's in the pile. We'll get to it when we can. It's in the pile. Bottom of the pile. Yeah. And there you go.